Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, ladies and gentlemen, to a special edition of the latest PSX. I'm your host, Mr. Alex Sylvester, and with me, as always, is Mr. Sonny Sangera. How you doing, mate?
I'm doing great. Let's talk about it, baby.
Let's go on it. All right, then, ladies and gentlemen, as you may have listened to in the first part of the show, the latest PS5, where we went through all the news for this week. Make sure you tune into that episode. We have a spoiler-free Spider-Man 2 review just for you right now, as the embargo has literally just been lifted. So, initial thoughts when playing the game. Go.
Okay, so obviously my initial thoughts were just like, okay, I'm excited. I want to play it. Now, I think what you need to understand straight away is it is just more Spider-Man. It is more 2018, it is more Miles Morales. And
Yep.
you feel it. And if that's going to disappoint you, don't worry, because it's the same Spider-Man, it's the same Miles on steroids.
Yes.
Everything, the quality of life on it, to just speed up the game so you'll never stop moving. The PS5's power, the no load times, everything. My initial impression was just, I am impressed. Insomniac have done it. Do you know what I mean? And
Nice.
it was just unbelievable, mate. I couldn't believe it straight off the bat.
Yeah.
Just, okay, spoiler free, so I can't talk about it. But ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
the first mission, like
Mm.
story campaign mission.
Yeah. No
Three
spoilers, dude.
words. Three words. Oh my God. That's it. I was just audible, like what playing
Yeah.
it.
All right. Okay.
Unbelievable,
Okay.
dude.
Okay. All
Unbelievable.
right.
That's all I'm
Okay.
saying. I'm
Okay.
not giving
Okay. Okay.
any. I told you
Okay.
this is gonna
Before you
have
even let
no
anything slip out.
spoilers.
Yeah, exactly. Because like you get me hyped up, man. All right. Okay. So let's just dive into the technical aspects of it. So like, talk to us about how it's physically different from the
Well,
predecessors.
dude, I
How's it
think the
looking?
first thing you'll notice is no matter what your setup you're playing on, there's so many options for the
Mm.
performance and visual side on the game. So
Yep.
if you are, no matter what you're playing on, go into the settings because you got to make sure you've got the best performance running. And ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen, the best performance running on this is 40 frames per second with ray tracing
Nice.
on as well.
Nice.
Oh,
Which
dude,
is the sweet
the
spot,
game
isn't
is smooth.
it?
Dude, 4K, 40 frames with ray tracing switched on. That's all you need to know.
Nice.
So if you have the TV, ladies, because the VRR is going to do the work on your
Yeah, yeah,
console
it's filling
for
the
you,
gaps.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
Buff it
Nice.
up even more.
Yeah.
Like there will be a massive difference between a normal HD TV, a normal 4K TV, and a 2.1 HDMI. You will see it, right?
Okay.
So from a technical standpoint, unbelievable,
All
absolutely
right.
unbelievable. The sound is amazing as well.
Yeah.
Again, don't worry, I'm not going to talk about any specific bits about the
Yeah,
game.
yeah, yeah, of course.
Sound is amazing, the visuals are stunning, but from a tech standpoint, dude, the most impressive thing, that SSD is purring. I will tell it now. You will have to have a PC worth thousands and thousands to run it like this. Like
Smoothly.
if Digital Foundry said to you that the PS5 is Baldur's Gate running on ultra settings, and that ultra is the
Mm.
max you can get on PC, right?
Yeah.
This is the same because the SS,
Nice.
dude. All right, I'm just gonna give you one thing.
Yeah.
Fast travel
Yep.
doesn't matter. It's not a case of I'm gonna fast travel and it's gonna put me on the Statue of Liberty or the Empire State Building or Avengers Tower or anything like that.
Hmm.
No, you're not gonna fall in that area, Alex. Wherever you put that pin is
Yeah.
where he's coming. You could put the pin on top of a lamppost. Well, if you can memorize where a shop is and put the
Yeah,
pin
yeah.
on the most obscure place,
Yeah.
1 second.
Instant. Nice.
You can be in Brooklyn on the furthest side of the map. You could go to the most heaviest populated area, which is Times Square, put you
Hmm.
right on the middle, 1 second.
Nice. Well,
No
look,
pop up.
you spoke about technical aspects of it. You've spoken about the characters, but also the characters are on one of the biggest pieces of the story, which is the city itself, New York City. So what's like the open world like
Dude,
on the
oh my God.
PS5? On the PS5, dude. Go on.
Dude,
Tell me about it.
the world is alive. New York,
Nice.
Brooklyn, everything in the map. It's just so much more alive. There is way more traffic and pedestrians and everything on it. And you really get the sense of that populace with the speed, especially the wingsuit. I can't wait to do it. Oh my God. But like the world is just alive and it's way more engaging. Yes. And what makes it better is the thing that the things that you need to do in the world, you don't have to keep stopping and starting. You can do it all in motion. For example, if you need to collect something, you just got to swing within the vicinity of it, close to it, to press a button, and he'll whap it up. You don't have to land on it, crawl up a building and grab it.
Yes. You
don't have to do that anymore. About, you know what I mean? Quality of life everywhere.
Yeah, that makes sense.
On this game,
like those backpacks I get to pick up in the first one, right?
Exactly. So the key thing for them is they've created this massively engaging world with no load times, and it's just the quality of life in there, mate. It makes it unbelievable. And I'm just gonna tell you straight, the wingsuit, you will feel like you're playing a Superman game. Nice. It is that good. Yeah. And my first tip to everyone is upgrade those fucking traversal abilities, because once you start it's like Horizon when you can start flying. It's like bam.
Changes the game, doesn't it? Totally. All right.
I'm trying so hard to be spoiler free and not go into any detail. It's so flipping hard.
But I still want to know more information, man. All right, you've already spoken about the characters now, about how they look and how they react. But how does it feel, with the DualSense use? How has that been upgraded?
I think we spoke about Returnal pushing the PS5 and being the best example of it. Yeah, it doesn't hold that title anymore. It's Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2 is the absolute best demonstration of what PS5 can do from an SSD, visual, and DualSense standpoint. It gives Astro a run for its money. But it's better than Astro in a smart way. Astro just uses it for everything, for fun, right?
Yeah,
you're like, whoa,
showcase.
And you got to remember, Astro was the first thing you played with it. So you were super engaged. But now... Dude, so when you do puzzles in the game, so they're back from Spider-Man 2018, but don't worry. If you're bored or you struggle on a puzzle, just press start, skip puzzle. It'll just take it past the quality of life again. Okay.
So it's not a necessity, it's just like a bonus, basically.
People, because they know that was bits that people didn't like, so I don't know why they put them back in, but now you can skip them all, so it's fine. But the sound effects from those puzzles through the controller.
Oh, it's for the controller as well, right?
Dude, it's so cool. And just like your phone buzzing and just the podcast, everything, man. The DualSense, again, I'm bringing it back to the wingsuit, bro. With the DualSense control. Oh, dude, you feel the sense of... I don't know how to explain it, if this makes sense. You feel the sense of speed that you're moving at. Because of the controller, if that makes any sense,
just
right?
Like creates that immersion.
It just it creates it. You're just immersed in it. And I go back to that first story beat, the first campaign.
Yeah,
the DualSense, it wants to break your hands in that first campaign. Man. It's fucking so good.
All right, without giving too much spoilers, all right, the characters and the narrative. How is that looking like now? I mean, obviously they've had plenty of years, like, finesse it. Miles Morales was on point. What we do with, like, no holds barred on the PS5. How are the characters?
Okay, so I'm not going to talk about anything story related.
No,
because something will slip. But I would say every key character in the game. So that's Peter, Miles, and the people around them in the campaign all have layers of depth to them. There's other people in the world and people you would have forgotten from the other games who have depth to them in this game. It's like they've created a little Spidey cinematic gaming universe, and there's so much depth to go. You have to, I implore you, do not do that last mission until all the story side missions are done. Because it's like not doing the uncle's missions in Miles before the final mission, because it makes no sense. Then you've missed a massive story beat, right? Same sort of thing in this. If you get to the final mission, do it. They'll still be there for you to do, but it doesn't have the same hit and context as the final that it would have with the final mission. Do all the side. So Miles has specific side missions. Peter has specific side missions that are story related to the characters around them. Do them all. and do everything. And you got all like the checklists in your menu and that, so you know you've done everything until you hit the final mission, right? It all comes together, dude. You can
so it's
relate.
all incorporating all
Yeah,
games like
dude.
both
And the
Marvel,
cool
both
thing
Spider-Man.
is and what they nail really well is they understand Miles is younger than Peter. And you really get that sense in the game, and you relate to one or the other. And Yuri, who is the actor for Peter, portrays somebody great in this. And dude, I haven't even spoken, and I'm not going to, but Tony Todd, bro. Tony Todd.
Okay,
Oh,
all right.
that's it. That is it. That is all you're getting. Oh my goodness.
Thank you. All right, so cool. Sorry, we've spoken about the characters. Now, obviously, the first two games, the combat, I mean, was probably like some of the best we've ever seen, for this character. What have they done for this next edition? How's Spider-Man?
Souped it up, mate. Souped it up. So obviously, when you play as Peter or when you play as Miles, they have different abilities. So Miles obviously has that invisibility. He also has obviously all those electrical powers and stuff like that. Whereas obviously Peter has those funky arms that come out, and we've seen in the trailers he gains a new power, which is a symbiote, as we've seen in the trailers. So that's not a spoiler. They're very different, but I feel like what Insomniac have done is you can play the game stealthy. You can go through hideouts and sections stealthy, right?
Yeah.
But they don't want you to. So they have removed certain gadgets. Like one of my favorites is when you threw a bomb and it exploded them against the wall.
Yeah.
That's replaced. Like for now, there's one that you can chuck it and it will bring them all together.
Okay.
But dude, this game is designed. I swear someone from Namco left the Tekken team and joined this team, because it's all about fighting in midair, man. Al, if you've got enough traction, you can be swinging, take someone in the air. So you can chuck there's like a bomb, like a web bomb that brings them up in the air, right?
Yeah.
Imagine this. Chuck a bomb, swing down, they go up in the air, whoop their ass, chuck another bomb, wingsuit round, hit the guy who got hit by that second bomb in the air. Imagination is your limit.
Yeah.
Insomniac need it, man. Imagination is your limitation in this game, man.
Like
because the combat it's all about, like I said, you can do stealth. I love doing stealth in Spider-Man. But the enjoyment in this game is to go Rambo. But wait until you get the abilities to do it, right? Once you put a parry in the game now, so there's a parry in there. It takes a bit of time to master, but once you've got it, it's not like Elden Ring or anything, but once you've got it, you are so powerful in this game, man. Like, it is so fucking good. The combat, honest to God, if the wingsuit and the traversal was my favorite thing in the game, hands down, combat is a close second.
Combat's close second. And it was already perfect in the first two, man. It's just like, I mean, the fact that they've improved upon it. I guess they've worked out all those little kinks, you know what I mean? So it's all more. And what about that tightrope as well? I saw that in the trailer. Did you manage to utilize that?
Yeah. So you can tightrope any way you want. Again, it makes the stealth easier, but it's cool at the same time. You know what I mean? Like I says, you will find yourself mixing between stealth and, like, when I go into hideouts, I like to do stealth because I've got to get rid of the heavies. You know what I mean? Before you start knocking like people out and shit like that. But you want to mix it. So if you go into these sort of areas, I would say take out the light soldiers. When I mean light soldiers, I mean guys, small guys with guns, and then the big brutes, go down and have a fucking fight with them. You know what I mean? It's so good, man. It's so good, dude. The combat is great. And as I said, for anyone who's thinking about platinum, get all the combat trophies before you finish the game, because once you finish the game, you've only got them tied into random crimes. And it becomes hard because you got to wait for the right crime to get soldiers around you to whoop their ass. Do you know what I mean?
To utilize it properly.
Yeah. So if you are going for platinum and you want to save frustration and time at the end, look at the combat trophies, write them on a piece of paper, and focus on them before you finish the game. Because then that way, whatever you got to clean up after will be piss easy. But you've got to play it the way I'm telling people to play it, man. Is you've got to do all the side missions before you hit
all the side missions first. Yeah.
Because then everything is getting that bow tie of the end campaign and the narrative is all a part of it. Like, you know what I mean? You don't want to leave anything out because then it loses the hit that it would have given you going into the
course.
final campaign.
All right, then. Final thoughts. What are the takeaways?
As I said in the latest PS5, is it? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is the best superhero game ever made, without a shadow of a doubt.
Okay.
Yep. Arkham has
Big shoes to
finally
fill.
been toppled, you know.
Awesome game. We
And people
mentioned it
know
in the
I
show.
love Batman. I love Batman. So
Yeah.
I don't say it lightly that Spider-Man
Yeah.
2 is the best game, you know. Is it better than what I thought was my favorite Miles? Yes, it's better than Miles as well.
Better than Miles. Okay. Well, that's good.
It is the best superhero game. It is the best technical demonstration of what PlayStation 5 can do. It's the best use of the DualSense controller. It is I have to think, but it could take Red Dead's position as the most immersive open world. You know what I mean?
Really?
So it's that's what I'm talking about. Everything.
Okay,
This
they've
is,
actually really worked in the world then. So
yeah, dude. I tell you what, man. Insomniac make games that you want to be a completionist in.
Yeah. Okay.
You want the platinum in their games, and it's really easy to do in this. As long as you get all the combat trophies before the final mission, then you're all good. The wingsuit makes it just like a massive improvement. So highly recommended to everyone. I don't want to give it a number because I just feel like numbers are too stupid. All I can say is
too restrictive.
It's too stupid. Exactly. It is. So my review for this game, it is the best superhero game ever made. It is one of the best action games available today. And it is the best demonstration of what PlayStation 5 can do.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The first review of Spider-Man 2, which is set to drop, well, by the time you're watching this. So, yeah, definitely let us know your thoughts about how you thought about the game. I know I definitely will. By next week's episode for the latest PS5, make sure you can check it out on every available podcast network. I would have played the game and I'll be able to give some of my thoughts as well. I'm so excited, dude. I can't wait, man. It's like, as soon as 12 o'clock drops, man, I'm going to be getting it. But yeah, dude, completely amazed, man. Yes, cheers for that. So,
excellent.
Ladies and gentlemen, I know we went over a little bit, but you know how excited we are about this game. We've been anticipating this game for months. But until then, any final words?
Now, ladies and gentlemen, again, latest PS5 podcast. You find us on all podcast services. Just search the latest PS5 podcast. Links are in the description. We've got a lot more reviews coming out. Do I think Spider-Man 2 is one of the best games of the year? Will it be topped by Metal Gear Solid? Most likely, because I love Metal Gear. So we will see.
Thanks for listening, ladies and gentlemen. Catch you later.